Bristol County Sheriff is fighting with ICE. That's a feud. It's like they're going back and forth with each other. Sheriff Paul Heroux is in studio with me. Sheriff, welcome in.
Gee, good to see you again.
Glad you came overseas to be with us here today.
I travel, yeah, I do some 3-day weekends.
Let's get right to it. ICE is saying that you're soft on illegal immigration. You let a guy out. You shouldn't have done that. In response to that, you're firing back at them
Absolutely.
on social media, and you're on with me today. What's your beef with ICE?
ICE, on a post on X, said that we did not honor an ICE detainer. And here's the thing, if we did what they were asking, we would be in violation of state law and federal law. And I've cited the Lund decision, Lund versus Commonwealth 2017, state law. And the federal decision was that the U.S. Supreme Court, to Arizona v. United States 2012.
Right.
We are not allowed to do any federal immigration law enforcement. And the minute somebody posts bail, we cannot hold them. We're not allowed to.
Right. Now you're saying that's established state law in the Commonwealth.
Yep.
ICE differs with you. They say our warrants have the full weight of the law. Federal government, you ought to honor them. Is that basically the dispute here?
Not in this particular case. The warrants that you're talking about, what's called the administrative warrant versus a judicial warrant.
Yep.
And ICE has been throwing around their administrative warrants as if they're judicial warrants. That's another problem. That's an unrelated problem, but that is kind of more of the same, though. ICE is misleading the public by talking about it like that. But in this particular case, somebody posted bail, somebody who shouldn't be here, somebody who has a criminal record,
right.
And we released that person because they posted bail. But under the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, so this is also, what we did was also constitutional. The 14th Amendment says all persons are subject to all laws. And so it doesn't matter if you're a citizen or not, if you're illegal or not, if you post bail, we have to let you go. We are required to.
I understand that. By the way, we got into this administrative versus judicial warrants in Rhode Island, where we've had trouble in Providence going back and forth with ICE. They insist that, no, that's enough. They insist that they've got case law. You're saying it's not. All right, so we got loggerheads here. Now, when you were going to release this particular person, was there anything that would have kept you from calling ICE and say, hey, I have to release him? Law says I have to release him, but he's going to be on the street right here. He's coming out that door. If you want him, come get him.
Yep.
Is there anything that would have prevented you from doing that?
There are 3 things that I have chosen to incorporate. So the first thing I will say is we give ICE any information we are legally required to give them by the state public records law. Right. So we give them what we have to give them. But what's optional, and why didn't I optionally do this? I'll give you 3 reasons. The first one is that our jail was sued, before I got there, was sued for $10 million for cooperating with ICE. And when we went to navigate that lawsuit, ICE said, you're on your own. So reason number 1 is DHS and ICE have shown to not be a good law enforcement partner. We had to end up paying out an $800,000 settlement, and ICE did not do anything.
Okay, this is under your predecessor.
Yes,
Sheriff Hodgins.
That happened under him, and then I settled that case for $800,000, and we lost $200,000 in legal fees just to get the settlement to avoid the $10 million.
So you're saying Hodgins cooperated, but when push came to shove, they wouldn't help us defend this lawsuit. I had to pay out. Okay,
exactly.
Number 2.
So that was number 1. Number 2, ICE has routinely throughout the country been shown to violate the civil rights of citizens all over the place.
Now, you know, you'll get an argument on that. ICE says we're doing a very difficult job. You know what law enforcement is like. We're picking up the bad guys, drug dealers, murderers.
4,400 cases have been found to be unlawful detentions of immigrants, not just illegal immigrants, but immigrants, 4,400. And then on top of that, 90% of the prosecutions that ICE has gone after have been thrown out. So issue number 2 is that ICE, I don't want to have anything to do with ICE as they're violating the civil rights, because again, we can be named as a co-defendant when they violate somebody else's civil rights. I don't want to have anything to do with that.
Point well taken. I'm following this. Point 3.
And that actually leads into point number 3, which is point number 2 is that they are routinely violating people's civil rights. But point number 3, if we voluntarily give them information, then they hurt somebody, as they've done many times. 9 people have been killed under ICE, since Trump started the second time, and without any accountability. And I have a problem with that. You know, if our employees do something wrong, hold them accountable. But if they hurt somebody and we voluntarily gave them information, my organization and I are going to be named as a co-defendant, and the taxpayers are going to be paying out because ICE didn't act professionally. If ICE cleans up its act, we can then re-engage and treat them like a legitimate law enforcement agency.
Listen, a lot of law enforcement agencies have bad actors and do bad things. That's why we have civilian review boards, right? You're picking and choosing ICE, though. You don't say, oh, I'm not going to deal with, what was the Karen Reed case again?
Carry, like state police?
No, the town and well,
Oh,
state.
like I Canton, I think.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
listen, they had a couple of bad actors with Karen Reed. I'm not going to deal with them. You don't say that. You just say ICE.
Well, ICE, the director, the home, what was the guy's name?
Tom Homan.
No, that wasn't Homan. I was
No?
thinking of the other guy. He was pushed out a few months back, and then
Oh,
Christy Nome, she was the secretary.
Yes,
She was
yes.
fired.
Yeah.
ICE was not run properly from the beginning. Christy Nome proved to be incompetent, and now the people who were responsible for Renee Good's death and
Yeah,
Alex
yeah.
Preddy, they have not been held accountable. Charges have not been filed. ICE does not hold its people accountable when they do things wrong. At my jail, we have fired people for doing a lot less than what ICE agents have done. We hold people accountable. ICE is routinely not doing that. Again, 90% of their cases were thrown out, and then 4,400 of their cases were found to be unlawful. And so we put the taxpayers at risk by participating with them.
I just have about 30 seconds left, but I think it's a salient point. The Massachusetts State Police, they're in the tabloids every other day for either overtime scandals or all kinds of shenanigans, but you deal with them.
And they hold their people accountable. That's the difference. If ICE was routinely holding their people accountable and saying, you know what, so-and-so is going to be brought up on charges, or they're going to be administrative review, we're going to make it public, make it transparent, I might have a different feeling about this. The state police do that. They hold their people accountable. The FBI, we don't have this problem with the FBI. We work with the FBI every day. And we work with state police on a regular basis. ICE acts differently, so we're going to treat them differently.
You made it clear. You just made it clear, just as we recap. You think ICE, bad actors, they don't hold their people responsible. They make a lot of mistakes, and you're not going to cooperate with them because you're concerned about getting sued. If you give them information, things go wrong, they're going to come back and hold you.
We will give them anything we are legally
I
required to
understand.
give them, but nothing more, nothing less.
All right, Paul Heroux, the sheriff of Bristol County. Thanks for coming in.
Good to
see you again.
Good to see you, Gene. Thanks for having me on.
You got it.